April 15th, 1968, a little more than a week after the death of Martin Luther King Jr., KNX flipped the switch to all news.
He's on KNX, AM and FM, 1070 CBS News Radio, Los Angeles, through the high noon hour. You're just a phone call away. It's 11:30, Mike, and let me set aside just about a minute and a half here to keep our audience current on the news of the world of the West.
The timing of the switch to all news was fortuitous. KNX News format was made for the turbulent events of 1968. KNX went into breaking news.
And the past few interviews Oprah's been doing lately, they have all been virtual due to COVID. So she's in her studio or home space, and they will probably be in Paris as well.
Yeah, it remains to be seen what they talk about, because there is new memo. The royal family today basically have been communicating through official communiques, haven't they? The Queen said they've lost all their privileges. They can't provide a perform a service in their new position, and they've responded by saying anyone can perform a service. It's a bit, by royal standards, it's a bit of a fallout, Bianca. How is all this being regarded in America?
You know, Harry and Meghan have a very supportive crowd in the States. I will say there's no denying that. I think versus how people may view it in the UK, people here see them as two people trying to live their lives and create something for themselves and putting their love and their family first. So honestly, I think some people are kind of celebrating it on this end.
We kind of we're led to believe, aren't we, that the American fascination with the royals is precisely because of that they are royal. So the fact that all these privileges and patronages have been taken away now, will that not diminish certainly Harry in the eyes of America? If he becomes ordinary Harry, does that take a bit of gloss off him?
Maybe for some people, but I think for most, no, just because they do resonate with a younger millennial audience who are their fans. And I think they see them stepping away from the royal family in this official way now as something groundbreaking and something exciting.
Whenever we talk about Harry and Meghan, and we have done today, we get texts from listeners saying, look, just leave them alone, they want privacy, do that. But of course, when it becomes public like it has done today with the Queen issuing various statements, it merits discussion. What about in America when they are going on Oprah, they've announced the pregnancy with their second child? Do the magazines, do the showbiz magazines in America, are they full of the couple? Or do they just touch on Harry and Meghan when they legitimately make the headlines?
Oh no, I think there's still a huge focus, in the press here of what they're doing. And I think especially because since they've come stateside, we've seen them a lot less, due to them wanting their privacy, but also due to the pandemic and people not being seen out and about as much anymore. There's still a really big interest to kind of see what they're doing, what Meghan, how their family is evolving. I don't think it's going to diminish anything.
And I wonder just to whether there's any element amongst Americans, those who are interested in this anyway, that there has been a level of sacrifice from Prince Harry in order to take his life up in America. In other words, he's given away his titles, he's given away his patronages, he's given a lot away in order to lead that lifestyle that he wants to with Meghan in America. Are there those people in the States who support that?
Yes, because I think, it is disappointing to see so many causes that were dear to him are taken away at this point. But I think, like I kind of mentioned earlier, it shows that he's putting his family first. He's said in statements before that what happened to his mother, Princess Diana, he's not going to allow happen to his wife and the mother of his child.
No, and that's a final point, because, if you look at various showbiz mags in America, they'll be full of celebrities popping for a coffee or wearing the wrong style of shorts and fashion faux pas and all that kind of thing. At the moment in America, is the press allowing Harry and Meghan to dictate when they want to be in the newspapers, or do we have the paparazzi stalking them occasionally and trying to get the old camera over the hedge and that kind of thing?
There definitely are still paparazzi, but it's been very little since the pandemic. There's been a few paparazzi shots that have come out with them since they moved to California, but it's honestly probably less than 5 that I can remember off the top of my head. They've kept a very low profile, they've been staying at home, and, I think especially because they are about to welcome the second child in a matter of months, they really are relishing the fact, to have a little bit of that sanity at home.
Okay, Bianca, thank you. We'll watch the fallout from the Oprah Winfrey Show with interest. Bianca Betancourt, there, digital news editor at...
And a little help is working with suppliers to remove 1 billion pieces of plastic so we can have less in our stores.
Which means less in our oceans.
A little help makes a big difference. Tesco, every little helps. If you've had a cough for 3 weeks or more, and it isn't COVID-19, don't just ignore it.
Bridge closure on the stretch between the Red Rover and the A316 at Chalkers Corner. On the tube on the district line, still severe delays between Wimbledon and Edgware Road because of earlier signalling problems. The Bakerloo line has severe delays between Queen's Park and Harrow and Wilston because of train cancellations, and it's a similar cause for the severe delays on the Hammersmith and City line as well. And that's your latest traffic and travel.
I'd do anything for you, darling. My love for you knows no bounds. I knew from the moment...
Sorry, was that a Grand Big Mac as a meal or on its own?
The Grand Big Mac is back at McDonald's, and there's nothing grander than a Grand Big Mac. Served after 11 a.m. until the 23rd of March. Participating restaurants only, subject to availability.
Like a radio.
As our evening prayer before you, O God, so may your Holy Spirit fill us, cleanse our hearts and...
Come here, you. The event we've been waiting for. All the top names, plus low. Sport. Get ready for the McDonald's.
Joining Uber, doing that, what would...
And when I did the calculations at the start, I was working okay. Others are in a more precarious situation than me. Large number of these drivers, Uber claims to have 40,000 drivers on its books. I would claim that about 80% of them are South Asian. These are people who are from Bangladesh, Pakistan, Kashmir, Somalia, and so on. They are not necessarily well-versed in English, and they do not necessarily know their rights. For them, this is a wonderful opportunity to work and be able to spend time with their children, spend time with their family, spend time with a sick mom, and so on. And if the wages were okay, that would be fine. Once they have made that commitment, the realization...
Theme tune, wasn't it, from 2018? I don't know why it was adopted, but it was. Yeah, so that's the Gareth Southgate song. It was number 1 on...
of Benny Dial and Niti Mohan there, Bang Bang. On Drive Time with me, Vish, at Leica Radio, 8 minutes to 6. Already time is absolutely flying by. What I'll do is I'll wait till the final hour of the show, and then we'll have a chat about Rihanna. Rihanna, what are you doing, Rihanna? If you haven't been on Twitter or any other social media, get on there and have a look and see what's going on. I think she's hell-bent on causing controversy at the moment. We'll be chatting a bit about that around about 6:10. Also going to be playing you one song before we stop for the news. But first, let's do your flight updates.
Leica Radio. The flight update is brought to you by TravelUp.com. Flights, hotels, and holidays.
And your flights coming into London Heathrow this evening from the UAE, South Asia and Europe are all on time and as expected. Good news. Please do check with your flights operators for all of the latest updates.
This flight update was brought to you by TravelUp.com. Lowest prices are guaranteed only when you book directly through TravelUp.com or call 0207 580 5000.
Yono SBI UK mobile app.
Send money to India anytime from anywhere with preferential exchange rate.
Yono SBI UK mobile app.
Open an instant access saving account right from your mobile.
Terms and conditions apply. SBI UK Limited is authorized by the PRA and regulated by the FCA and PRA.
Wouldn't it be nice to forget about data? With Leica Mobile's UK Unlimited plan, you can. You get unlimited data, unlimited UK minutes and text, all for just £19 for 30 days.